All right, many children, and I say many, I mean many, 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 become available for adoption each year in New Mexico. Some cases, foster children may eventually be eligible for adoption. As an adoptive parent, you are able to provide a child with a permanent, a loving, and a stable family and the security of a forever family, something that some of these children have not had for quite some time. Here to talk about how you and your family can get involved in this is Henry Varela with the CYFD, Children, Youth, and Families Department here in New Mexico. Good morning, Henry. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
It is our pleasure. You talk about adoptive children. Any idea how many are up for adoption and need foster homes here in New Mexico right now?
At any given time, when it comes to adoption, you're looking at about 150 to 200 children that are available for adoption in New Mexico. In terms of foster parenting, for instance, right now we have close to 2,100 children who are in CYFD custody. So there's a great
Hitting me.
No, there's a great need all around for both adoptive and foster parents.
So I know there's always, we're going to talk about how families can get involved. When you don't have adoptive and foster families, what do these kids do?
You know, what ends up happening is sometimes the main goal is to always try to keep a child because they've already gone through a traumatic experience, which is the reason why generally CYFD has been given custody. What ends up happening is that if we would love to keep them in their home county in an area so that they're able to stay at a school that they're used to, things of that sort. When we don't have enough foster parents in an area, we have to look outside of the county and look to put them with foster parents, you know, where we have availability.
Okay, so who makes good foster families and good adoptive families?
You know, really, anybody makes good foster parents and adoptive families. What we look for is, of course, you have to be 18 years of age. You have to be stable. You have to have a stable home life, you know, a job. You have to have the capability to be able to take in a child or multiple children and provide them that loving care that they need, specifically because they've already gone through a traumatic experience and they're needing someone to give them that safe feeling while they're in care.
Obviously, you have to be physically there for them, but as you touched on, you have to be emotionally available to these children, right?
You have to be emotionally available, and you have children, because of some of the experiences that they've gone through, they're coming in with, I guess, what you'd call some emotional type baggage. So you have to be patient. You have to be able to, you know, be willing to work with these children.
But you all help with that too. The parents are going to go into this blind, and you just kind of like, okay, here's a kid, good luck.
Definitely not a blind situation. CYFD gives full support behind foster parents. Also, because there's, you know, generally with having a child in your care, there's some costs. There is also reimbursement that foster parents are given to help them with that.
So I was going to ask you that. How expensive is the process to adopt, and then what kind of background checks and counseling and all sorts of things do families have to go through first?
Sure thing. The beautiful part about adopting through CYFD is it's free. There is no cost associated with adopting through CYFD.
Wow. Okay.
So as a part of the process, what we ask is, of course, there's going to be an extensive criminal background check. There's going to be what's called a home study, where, you know, we go into the home to ensure that, of course, that it's going to be a safe atmosphere, that, you know, the child's going to be put into a nurturing environment. You know, we also, you know, we just want to make sure that if there's other children in the home, that it's just going to be a good overall fit for that child.
About how long does it take from, say, a family goes to you at CYFD and says, I'm interested in adopting or getting a foster child, until that child will be permanently placed in the home, if it all works out?
You're looking at about a 4 to 6 month process. And a part of that too would be, of course, 32 hours of free training. So it's a matter of making sure that these individuals are ready to foster or adopt.
Okay, and once again, just the need for it and the difference you'll make in the lives of these kids?
The need is great in New Mexico. You know, we're always going to say that there is always going to be a need, because on any given day we don't know how many children are going to come into CYFD custody or become available for adoption. But specifically now with a lot of media coverage of child abuse and what's going on, the number of children coming into CYFD custody has grown. Therefore, the need for foster parents and adoptive parents has grown.
And as you mentioned, Henry, these kids have often gone through a traumatic experience. They need great role models in their lives, and you can make a tremendous impact in the lives of these kids.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
For more information on adopting in CYFD, head to our website at casa.com, click on the blog. Henry, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, it's 8:25.